Welcome to Goonies World. My name is Goonie, also known as Colin, and I am here with Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean.
Hey, hey, hey.
And our warden, Meanie, also known as Ryan.
Hello.
And Lunicorn, also known as Lynn.
Hi, hello, how are you?
We're playing... Man, my voice sucks today. We're playing Mothership.
Mothership. A Tuesday night games. Wow, that was. I don't think I've heard that noise come out of you before. Oh wow, it's impressive. But yes, this is a Tuesday night games game that I ran across. Actually, ran across the adventure that I'll be running through. Before, and I thought I fell in love with the adventure, and that led me to Mothership, which I then fell in love with also. So, good stuff. So we've got some spacefaring characters with us, and there was like a half dozen ways I could start like the adventure, and basically, I'm just throwing you right into it, right? So, but before I do that, I need to know who you are. So why don't you tell us about your character, Johnny Farrow?
All right. Hi there. I'm Kichi Petrenko. I was born in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, and I played 2 seasons for the Saskatoon Blades, so you may know me. This is my card from my rookie season right here, and but I decided I better, join the Marines before I got too old, and that's how I got started. I'm a fairly fit fella, and I got my standard battle dress here, AP7, got my SMG, 3 mags, not showing off but not holding back. I got this chipped coffee cup that it says "Have a nice fucking day" on it, and my patch says "FUBAR." That's really funny. It stands for something else. But anyway, that's me, and I'm here to lead this team. Let's go, boys. Let's clean out this freezer.
Excellent. Let's Goonie, what do you got?
Hi, I'm Terry. And Terry is an android. And that's like all there is to him. He just looks like Ken, like a Ken doll. And his name's Terry. And he has a vac suit, a smart rifle, infrared goggles, a Mylar blanket, a trinket, which is fuzzy handcuffs, and a patch that says "I heart myself," which he is wearing now.
Now I'm guessing. So, there's all kinds of androids of varying. You got everything from like Ash and Alien to like indistinguishable from human, and then you've got like sort of Data level where it's like pretty much human but kind of weird, but then you've got like just straight up like metal walking around looking like iRobot robots from the Will Smith movie or whatever. It sounds like you are just full on like human looking.
Yeah, he's more like Data, I would say.
I don't know. There's some uncanny valley stuff going on there, bro.
Yeah, he's a little too good-looking, just kind of like too symmetric and all that.
Do you have a penis?
I have a big penis.
Okay, all right. Stick hard then, bro.
I will.
And so finally, Lynn, who you got?
I have Professor Penelope Prism. I am a scientist, And let's see, I am wearing a hazard suit. I have a flamethrower, which is really pretty cool, but it only has one charge, but it's still a flamethrower. So, And then I wear a smiley face patch, and it glows in the dark. I wear that right on my hazard suit so everybody can see that I'm a happy professor.
Awesome. Alrighty. Well, let me get my screen arranged here. And so basically, you guys have been hired by an anarchist group known as Analog Survey to infiltrate a pure transmissions orbital broadcasting facility, and you've been given a cassette tape, like 80s style cassette tape. You don't know what's on it, but you've been instructed to play it, and it's some kind of coded message to their anarchist group, guerrilla fighters or something. They didn't give you a bunch of details. They did tell you that if you were successful, you would each be given 15,000 credits. And so, you agreed to this job, and they had stolen a pure transmissions shuttle and stuck you on it and programmed it for you. And so as we start, your shuttlecraft is approaching this orbital broadcasting facility with this massive antenna sticking out the top, and it says pure and like neon lights as you're sort of flying into the docking bay of this not terribly small space station. And as you are, you don't have any control over the ship or anything. They programmed it for you. So you're just kind of sitting and watching as you kind of. I should also mention you are. This facility is in orbit around an ice moon called Boreas. So it's like this big blue orb off to your side. It's got kind of reflecting the light of the nearby star. But you're basically flying slowly into this docking bay, and another company ship, just as you are entering, or shuttle, I should say, is flying out of the docking bay, and you're tuned to this radio station as you are landing, and this DJ has been yapping for a little bit, but just as you are entering this docking bay, and you look around, your ship starts to sort of land, but the door is like open, like the docking, like it seems like it maybe should shut and pressurize, but it's not. But yeah, your ship just slowly settles onto the floor of the docking bay, and you hear like the DJ is basically saying, and an oversized shout out to Artemis Corporation for their ongoing sponsorship, helping us beam the hottest tracks from these stacks of wax directly into your ever-loving, eager ear holes. And I'd be lying if I said the free lifetime supply of Instapep didn't help. This is DJ Satellite Love here with you live from Hekate Sector Station, a pure transmissions facility. When you're sure it's pure. And now for the single most requested track of the hour. It's going number one all over the sector. You know it. You love it. You've been screaming for it. Back Again by Haley's Comet. And this like rockabilly guitar like with extra like Dick Dale style reverb just starts twanging around.
Oh man, I was hoping for some BTO.
I ain't seen nothing yet. Is that
you ain't seen nothing yet, bro.
But yeah, your little shuttle here has docked in this little docking bay. There is another shuttle kind of nearby, and there is a person in a vac suit doing some kind of work like on it, like drilling. It looks like they got a drill or something. They're like drilling into the side of it or something. Not entirely clear. But what is entirely clear is that this docking bay is not pressurized. It is open to the vacuum of space. However, it is the artificial gravity is functioning.
All right.
I don't know if androids need oxygen or not.
Yeah, I mean he has a vac suit.
Yeah,
so.
he does have. So, but yeah, I'll wear mine.
And I should mention also there's a rack with 6 vac suits on it as well. The person that's drilling or doing something on these other shuttle, I mean the shuttle that they're working on, it just looks stripped, like just completely stripped. I mean you can see the doors, the airlocks to it is open, and you can see in like all the consoles have been ripped out, like everything's just, it looks like it's being scrapped almost.
All right. And
now I know the android has a vac suit. I don't know if anybody else does or not.
yeah, I'm going to put on one of these right here. You got to suit up. Let's suit up, boys.
Yeah, I have a hazard suit, but not a vac suit.
Right. I got to find one that fits across, tight across the chest, but this will be okay.
Well, I mean, so they're outside in this docking area. Now, Terry, having a vac suit, can just walk out and go get them and bring them to you guys so you can suit up and at least walk
Yeah.
through the airlock because... But yeah, that's a whole process. It just takes a few minutes, and this person apparently that's like drilling on this, or scrapping this other shuttle, just completely ignores you unless you attempt to interact with them.
Hi, I'm Terry. What's your name?
And the head turns around to you, and it's like it's just immediately apparent this is a different type of android with glowy eyes and like metal skin. And yeah, you say, what'd you say? Hi, what is your name?
Yeah.
Or something like that. It looks confused and then says, my current task is algorithm designated as relevant to broadcast operation efforts.
Great. Why isn't the door closing?
I am unsure. My task is algorithm designated as relevant to broadcast operation efforts. And then he just goes back to like scrapping this shuttle.
All right. He doesn't have those good small talk circus like you do, bro.
Yeah, he's inferior to me.
Well,
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
well, let's not be arrogant, okay? We still got a job to do.
Well, and there is an airlock, what is clearly an airlock at the far end of the room, and there is a terminal there. But yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Okay, so we got to play this tape somewhere, right?
Yes, out over the airwaves,
Right.
apparently.
All right. I got to get my downtown Kichi Petrenko voice on. Oh, I don't know if I should talk over the airwaves, though. Just play the tape.
Let's get to the airlock.
Yeah, let's get there. You got those suits for us. All right. Like I said, a little tight across the chest.
Yeah, so you guys vac suit up and walk over to the airlock, and get all pressurized and everything. Now, are you going to take the vac suits off or take the helmets off? Or once you're in a pressurized environment, you certainly don't need them anymore.
I will leave mine on because that's my only armor points.
Well, I'm wearing it over standard battle dress. If that's in any way uncomfortable or hindering of my movements or whatever, then I'll take it off and chance that there's not going to be a friggin', hole blow in the side of the wall.
Yes, it is very unwieldy and bulky and hard to move around in.
Yeah, I'll take it off. Gotta be limber.
Professor, are you also removing your vacuum suit?
Yes, I do believe I will. As soon as it's safe to do so, I'll go back to my hazard suit.
All right. Well, so you guys are out of your vac suits, and
Except for me.
except for the Terry, the android, and the airlock opens into clearly what is sort of a lobby area, and there's dim red lights above the doorway, and there's like chairs lining the walls, and brilliant large windows, and you can see the ice moon Boreas like outside the large picture windows. Kind of a nice, pretty little view there, and there's a desk kind of in the middle of the room. Looks like it's made of some sort of synthetic wood. And there's another little android. Now another sort of primitive android is also in this room. Looks just like the one in the docking area, but he's like over near the wall where some panels have been removed from the wall, and there's like wiring and stuff exposed, and he's just in there like pulling out different bits of wire and cable.
So there's, you said there's a desk,
Right.
nobody behind the desk?
Correct.
It's just like it's not like a broadcast station type desk with like a mixing board and all that. It's just a desk.
Like
right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a reception
okay.
area. Right.
Hello, we're here to play the tape.
Well, yeah, no, there's no response. And there is a door and a hallway. Obviously, you can go back to the airlock, or you can go through the door and down the hallway. Some ways, but I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. This android is just sitting here, oblivious to your presence entirely. I mean, you say we're here to play the tape, and it completely ignores you.
Okay.
I don't think.
What's that? Go ahead.
I don't think we're supposed to tell anybody we're playing the tape.
No. Okay. All right then. Well, I didn't get that it was like a surreptitious mission. We're supposed to infiltrate and secretly play tape. Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's like you were hired by this like weird.
He was
this,
anarchist, so it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But regardless, nobody was listening or caring
Right.
that you said that. So
Well, this is a hallway. Let's keep our feet moving, boys. What do you say? Let's go. Let's get pucks deep, eh?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
All right. It means let's go down that hallway and not back through the airlock. Is basically what it means.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You could have just said that.
All right. Let's go, boys.
well, you walk past the desk, and of course, this android pulling wires out of the wall just continues to ignore you. And you see there's like a paper logbook sitting on the desk that has like DJ Satellite Love's signature scrawled across it, but not particularly useful. No reason to really grab that. But you proceed through the hallway, and you come to what is clearly an elevator that only just has an up button, so it doesn't go down anywhere. It only goes up, clearly. And you can see beyond the elevator is like a doorway, and you can see like some cubicles. It looks like some kind of office area.
All right. And is there any people working in the cubicles?
You don't see any. Are you going to go into the office?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we'll follow.
You guys
Yes.
walk into this office area, and there are indeed a handful of cubicles. But there are old style beige like computer towers, like from the 90s looking almost. But they're just completely stripped, taken apart, gutted. Like all the the motherboard and CPU and RAM and everything is just completely pulled out and gone to who knows where. And they're like another one of these sort of metallic androids, like the first two that you've run into, is hanging from the ceiling and like disassembling the light fixtures from the ceiling. And you can see there is a sign on the far wall indicating like a genderless restroom, right? It's just like a single occupant bathroom, and it's got like a touchscreen that was supposed to be on the wall, but it has been clearly removed, and you can just see wires like sticking out.
Hey, Terry, go ask them why they're stripping this place, but don't ask an android.
Do I see? Okay.
Well, if there is a real person,
there is the only other than you three. There's just the android disassembling the light fixtures from the ceiling.
Well, they're stripping this place for a reason.
Yeah, it seems very strange. They would be stripping operating radio facility.
Well, 2 to 1 will get you. It's got something to do with this tape. This sinister as hell. I mean, I'm doing it for the 50 grand or 15 or whatever it was. But
15, but yes.
15? Oh, no, I misheard. Well, I'm doing it for the 15. But still, this sinister. We're a part of something here, bro.
Do we have access to, like, their broadcast stream?
You can hear it. Coming from upstairs. It's like clearly, and I should have mentioned this, but yeah, as soon as you got into the pressurized out of the airlock, you can hear the radio broadcast coming. I mean, it's like being blasted from upstairs.
And I guess there's no way to tell whether that's like live though, or whether it's like broadcasting an older broadcast.
No. One way to tell is to get up there and check it out.
That is also true.
But,
I will question this primitive android.
Well, I guess, but the last one was pretty dumb.
Yeah, they're not very intelligent like me.
Well, maybe you just got to know how to ask the right questions,
That's true.
Yeah. I think they got some kind of virus in the walls, bro.
Virus in the walls?
It's like stripping out all the electronics. Like starting from scratch. They got a ghost in the machine. I don't mean...
It's not a bad hypothesis.
I don't mean literally. I don't believe in ghosts, but...
You think there's some sort of virus that is infiltrating?
I'm saying they got a problem bad enough to strip the whole thing down.
It could be they just are hired to strip it for monetary gain.
I guess, but this place isn't being shut down that I heard of. I don't think, was it?
It doesn't seem like it, but it seems like maybe they are... It could be a ruse.
Oh, maybe. But I don't believe this station is in financial straits. The spirit of radio is still very much alive, just like the great Neil Peart said.
But of course, your Canadian character is a huge Rush fan.
Only the Juno Awards count, bro. Okay? I've said this so many times. But never mind. Let's go.
So
I'll talk to your friend.
Do you like Nickelback and Celine Dion and I can't think
Drake?
of anybody else.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, they're okay, but mostly I'm a BTO man. Oh, a little bit of the Guess Who. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Terry, go talk to your bro there.
Hello, I'm Terry.
What is your current task?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
My current task is algorithm designated as relevant to broadcast optimization efforts. Your task should pursue these goals as well.
Okay. I think they're just upgrading.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense, but...
Okay.
Well, we gotta keep moving then. We got a job to do.
Yep.
So, sounds like we gotta get upstairs where the broadcast is coming from. So,
Yeah, I agree.
all right. Eyes hard for elevator then, boys. Or stairway.
Stop calling me boys.
It's just a manner of speech.
Yes.
Well, you ride the elevator up and emerge into a very long hallway with a number of doors along the left and right sides. The very first one, it's actually more of a sort of hatch, and it's ajar, and it's on the right, and impossibly loud music is thundering out of it.
Okay. You said a hatch is ajar? Is that what you said? So it's coming
It's
through.
a door,
Okay, yeah.
essentially.
Is it a hatch or is it a jar? Which one is it? You're confusing me.
No, I mean, it's like not like something we had to crawl through. It's bulkhead
No,
type
no.
door. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe it's coming from in there. So I guess we could anticipate a little resistance to us, putting this tape in. So I guess I'll go in first, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm going to unstrap my SMG and hold it out before me. And creep over to the door. I'll try to peek in first.
Okay, well, you peek in, and you are immediately confronted by an impossible sort of maze of pipes and, tanks and cables just running all over the place. It looks like, you could probably slowly... You would never be able to get through here in a vac suit. It's just too cramped. But you think you could slowly navigate your way, and it looks like this sort of network of pipes and wires and stuff. It basically just goes straight for a little ways, and then makes a sharp turn off to your left.
Does it look like it's like a access way behind rooms or parallel to the hallway that we're on?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
But you can tell as well that it is so freaking loud in there that if you... it's literally hazardous. If you go in there without hearing protection, you will literally take damage.
Okay.
Well, I will take off my vac suit.
And let's see here. I'm gonna get a pack of my Beeman's gum and chew it a little bit, and I'm gonna put a wad of gum in both of my ears, right in my ear hole.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, better than nothing. Well, I'm wearing. I don't know exactly what standard battle dress entails. I'm imagining the way the dudes are dressed in the movie Aliens, pretty much, or Starship Troopers. Not like. So if I have a helmet, if that counts as ear protection, fine. Otherwise, I'm lacking any other ear protection, and being duly warned, I'm going to use gum.
I do have hacking. It's an expert skill. I don't know if I can find a place to hack into to maybe shut off this music
That's a good idea.
or lower the volume.
You can't, and it will become clear once you realize where that's coming from.
All right.
Yes. Probably not from the broadcast booth, because this is not like a normal hallway. So, all right, I'll take point. And if there's any reason why we shouldn't, then I say let's go.
Well,
All right. Well, you've got hearing protection in the form of gum that you've jammed into your ears. Is anybody else even at least making a token effort at hearing protection?
I have some fuzzy handcuffs. I can try to dismantle, take off some of the fuzz stuff that in my ear holes.
Yeah.
Well, you might, as an android, you might be able to just disable your
Oh yeah.
auditory circuits.
Just take that offline.
That I would call you could make a hacking roll to hack your hearing off temporarily.
Okay.
That's a good idea. And meanwhile, as long as I made up that I had some gum, I'll just give Penelope some gum.
You want to chew it for her, or gonna let her chew it?
No, I'll let her chew it. That's okay.
Thank you. I don't like ABC gum.
All right. So for hacking, how do I roll that?
That will be an intellect roll, and then you obviously add your, what is it? Is that an expert skill?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you add plus 15 to your intellect, and then roll percentiles underneath it.
Yeah, I noticed they very specifically say underneath it, not equal to or less than, which I found. Which I hope they meant, and I assume they did.
I got it.
All right. Well, you do manage to temporarily disable your hearing so as not to take damage from this exceptionally loud broadcast. And it sounds like Kitschy and Penelope have stuck gum in their ears. So I'm counting that as hearing protection, so at least you will not take damage from the loud noise. So you proceed. Did you see, Terry, did you remove your vac suit?
Yes.
Okay, because, you're going to have to, obviously, to navigate this maze of pipes and cables and stuff. So you guys carefully and slowly kind of work your way, squeeze through this sort of narrow passageway between all these pipes and steam shooting out of things and whatever, and you round the corner and you see immediately there are 4 people sitting on the floor tied up in the middle of this long hallway, and they appear unconscious, and they're bleeding, all of them, from their ears. Their eardrums have apparently been ruptured. But standing guard over them are a pair of androids, and now these androids are very much unlike the previous ones. These are humanoid-ish, but they basically look like they've had their skin kind of peeled off like a banana, and their heads are just giant fucking speakers that are blasting this broadcast. And as soon as you pop around the corner, and they've got like arms and legs, but like one of their arms is like a short little stubby arm with like a hand at the end, but it's like covered in like wires and cables. But as soon as you come around the corner, both of them beeline directly for you. So everybody, so what we're going to do basically is everybody make speed checks. This if you succeed, you will go before the androids, and if you fail, you will go after the androids. If you fail, it will not count as stress because it's just basically initiative. It's not like you're actually trying something, right? So,
Alright. I got a 39. What's my speed? Is 45. I succeed.
I failed.
I also failed.
all right. Well, so that will be Kitschy. You go before these guys.
Okay, then I'm going to spray them. Well, at least shoot one of them with my SMG. And fire. I'll make a combat check. And what is my combat? My combat is 52. And I roll...
And you probably have a relevant skill, I would think.
And I hope I do, because it's with firearms. I roll a 53. But really... Yeah, I know. But really, it's 52 plus 15, so I'm okay. Because that's an expert skill. And...
Yes.
So if I hit, if they don't dodge or nothing, I'll roll a damage, 40-10. And that is going to be 21. That could have been better, but that's probably mid-range. So, yeah, I did 21 damage to those guys, I think.
All right. So, yeah, you just like a... riddle this one with your SMG, and it is clearly, I mean, he's full of holes, but he's still, along with his buddy, coming in your direction. And so he is going to hit you. I should mention, these guys have, they don't have like guns or anything, they just have crowbars. Mm-hmm. But he whacks you with this crowbar. And let me roll damage for 6 points. But actually, I think your armor is
7.
Oh, wow. So that gets ignored.
Clang. More of a
Lucky you.
Thunk.
And you notice that these guys, now they have been coming in your direction. Well, I'm not. We'll save that. But one of them is going to swing his crowbar at the professor, and is also going to hit, but only for 2.
Ouch.
Now, I assume your armor is probably greater than 2.
Yes, it is 5.
So lucky, and now it is Terry and Professor. So Terry, what are you doing?
I will shoot with my smarts rifle.
The one that has already been shot?
Yeah, I'll shoot him.
Makes sense.
When I failed, then I guess I'll take a stress.
You do take a stress. And Professor, what do you do?
I don't really have any weapons except my flamethrower. Can I grapple? And try to take one of these crowbars from them and use that as my weapon?
Sure, you can try.
I will attempt to grapple then. I don't know how to do that.
Make a combat roll. I don't know if you have a relevant skill for...
I do not. They're all engineering related.
I would have said like military training or hand-to-hand combat would have been relevant, but I'm sure as a scientist you probably don't have those. So.
I don't. Guess I should have thought about that when I was picking my extra skill. Alright, well, we're going to try. Oh, yes! I actually made it.
All right, well, you have grabbed this crowbar successfully, but now can you make an opposed strength test to actually pull it out of the hands of a very strong android who did not roll very well, however?
Yes. Well, I got a 30, which is under my strength, so...
And,
but I don't know what he got.
Well, he rolled a 65. So, yeah, I'm going to say you do indeed secure the crowbar, but that is the extent of your turn. However, you can swing it at them next turn.
All right, great hustle, P.
And
Thanks, man.
back up to Kitschy.
All right. Is there anything that prevents me from firing an SMG now that he is right on top of me in melee? Okay. I don't know how many bullets that actually is, but we're going to make that roll again. Okay, this time I do succeed, not by much, only about 9-ish. But I'll hit him. I'm going to roll. Math fast in my head. Give me 22.
22 points of damage.
24. Sorry, 24.
All right. Well, this thing just collapses. You just riddle it with even more holes, and that is entirely too much for it to handle. So it
All right, that's how you finish your checks, boys.
It collapses. However, as soon as it does, the one that's still standing begins emitting this. In addition to the blasting of the broadcast that's happening from its speaker head, it begins emitting this ungodly infrasonic bass noise.
It's the brown note.
And that is going to be fear saves with disadvantage.
Now, since my hearing is offline, would that apply to me?
No, it will not. Well, and it's not. You only need to make the save when you're attempting to do something to actually be able to do it. So you don't actually need to make the save right now. But, well, this is the one that the professor has removed his crowbar. But he just starts rapping. He's got like one of the little stubby little arm that's just like got cables and wires everywhere. He just starts wrapping the professor up with these cables.
I thought you meant to be like, "Yo, I'm an android kicking some ass on the back on the mothership." You know.
But yeah, no, he just basically is wrapping you up just like these people, the bleeding 4 people on the floor are wrapped up in the same wire, and he's like apparently trying to subdue you in the same way. And that is what he is doing. He's going to have to make. Oh, so he barely succeeds, but he does succeed, and you take 3 points of damage. I don't know if that exceeds your armor.
It does not.
So, but yeah, you're like getting wrapped in this cable, and yeah. Well, what are you gonna do about it?
If my arms aren't wrapped up yet, I'm gonna try beating him over the head with a crowbar before he can get me all the way wrapped up.
You will have to make a. First of all, you're gonna have to make the fear save with disadvantage.
Ooh, 5. Oh. But I failed the second one, so.
Oh, okay. Well, Terry, what are you gonna do?
I'm assuming we're kind of in close range now.
Yeah.
And my weapon does say like I would be a disadvantage in shooting close range, but I'm gonna shoot anyways. And I'll shoot at the one that's wrapping her up.
That's the only one that's the other one's
right, yeah.
down.
Okay. And I got it that time. And yeah, the smart rifle is 4d10. Okay. 20.
All right, good shift. Way to battle.
I can't hear you.
He can't hear you, but
Yeah, anyway, it's a habit.
And that brings us to the top of the round with Kichi.
All right. I'm going to blow this other one away. Now, I don't know how ammo works in this game. I do have 3 clips. I'm going to fire again at him. At the one that is crowbarless, who's trying to wrap. And I will get a 19 that time, so that's good. What was big? Oh, that's a low damage roll so far. Yeah, that's a pathetic damage roll for 4d10. I only have an 11.
Well, you needed 10.
Oh, well, what do you know? All right.
So you successfully managed to SMG both of these guys to death after Terry's successful shot with his rifle. So, yeah, both of these speaker-headed android guys with stubby wire arms have been defeated. There are the 4 people, and of course the professor can quickly at that point, become unbound. But the 4 people in the middle of the room sitting on the floor are obviously all still wrapped up.
I will take my hearing back on.
It's still...
Oh, I thought they were the ones playing them.
They are... Okay, I should have... So, yes, they are playing the broadcast, but there are also speakers mounted all over this hallway as well that are blasting... the broadcast.
Oh, well, I won't do that then.
Well, we can unwrap them, but let's not try to wake the poor bastards up right now.
Yeah, let's try to unwrap them.
Where are they going to run? But just in case they wake up, let's go ahead and get them unwrapped.
Well, as you approach, they're clearly...
Oh, well, they're dead. That's too bad, boys. But we're not dead, so... All right, let's man up. Let's get buzzing. We still got a pretty big freezer to clear out.
So, from this long sort of mechanical hallway, obviously you could go back out the way you came from the sort of hatch, the hatch adjacent to the elevator. You see... Basically, at either end of this long hallway are 2 similar hatches, both shut. Not entirely sure where those lead, but those, other than where you came from, are the only 2 exits out of this room.
Well, and out the original exit, there's another hallway, but I feel like we're already in here, right? So let's push forward.
I'm reading his lips, so basically...
Yeah.
I know what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm also gesturing and pointing, in that direction. Also, hey though, high fives, everybody. First fight together. Nice job. Way to battle. That was all gas and no brakes, boys. Okay.
Way to go, team.
You're very inspiring.
Well, good. That's right. Okay, good. That's my job. I inspire myself. A hero? Well, I wouldn't use that word. I mean, others might use it about me, but at any rate, let's go.
I'm going to pin my I heart myself on you.
Oh, that's sweet. I am touched. Literally, I am very touched. I'm oblivious to the insult, man. I'm so happy on the inside. All right.
So, which doorway are you going to take? There's basically it sounded like you weren't going to go back out into the hallway where you came from, so there's basically a hatch kind of just around the corner from where you came from, and then there's one all the way down at the other end of the hall.
When you say right around the corner, would that... is it left or right? Like, would it lead back into a room that also accessed onto the hallway that we were just on? Or okay.
Yes.
Well, let's poke in there real quick. Yeah.
So you poke into this room, and it is... I mean, as soon as you open the door, you see another pair of these speaker-headed androids. one of them notices you. So one of them is has like an axe, a big boarding axe in his hands, and he's like whacking it against some wall panels. But the one who notices you, and he's got like a screwdriver stabbed into his shoulder. And as soon as you open the door, he like turns and faces you. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to make some speed.
All right. Hey, I got a 09. I am limber.
I failed.
I failed again too.
And once again, it is up to Kichi.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna shoot at the one, not the one who noticed me, but the one with the axe, because I want that axe, boys. And I rolled an 08, and let's have some higher damage this time. That's 12 so far. That's 20. That's 10. That's 30 total.
Well, so yeah, this the axe wielding, wall whacking android is taken down with one volley from the SMG.
All right, that was a hard forecheck.
And the other one approaches the professor and begins trying to wrap her up, just like the other one did. But he unfortunately rolls an 89, so he cannot do that. So what does... Conspicuously, none of them are attacking Terry. They actually just seem to be ignoring you completely, Terry. But what do you do?
I am not to be ignored. Actually gonna try walking past them, see if they do react to me. And
no.
Okay.
They just let you walk right past. Well, the one who's currently like got these cables and he's like trying to kind of wrap them around the professor, but failing. And he just completely ignores you as you if you walk past. And there is a doorway. So you came in from the hatch from the mechanical hallway, and there's basically a doorway out into the hall that you could just walk right out into, and this thing is just going to ignore you.
And are these... So the loud music is still blaring?
Yes, but just in the hallway behind you. It is bearable out here.
Is there a door? Is there a like that? Does the hatch have a door that we can close into this where we're at now?
Yeah, I mean it's open right now, but even with it open, it's tolerable. I mean, you have to be in the hall, the mechanical hallway, for it to be taking damage from the effect of the broadcast.
Okay. Well, I'll turn my hearing on. I don't know how I would know, but I would maybe just guess since we are further.
Well, it's so loud. You could feel the noise. You know what I mean?
Come on, feel the noise.
Feel the noise.
It was a bit.
And that was Slade. I'm sorry. I was singing Slade, not Quiet Riot, but
of course. Well, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I was listening.
Quiet
Riot.
My harmony was Quiet Riot. So.
I hope Slade got like a massive fucking royalty check in the early '80s at some point. You know.
No shit.
I guess I will sort of like just continuing to walk. I will try to stop the android from wrapping up the professor. I'll try to grapple, I guess.
All right.
Is that
sounds?
Is it combat or strength?
combat to make the grapple, and if you have like hand-to-hand combat or military training or something like that, you could use that skill.
No, just
It may just be
computer stuff.
I keep wanting to call Kichi kimchi.
Oh, Kichi means brave. My mother was a Cree woman. My father is Ukrainian. This way, Kichi Petrenko.
Kimchi is a Korean dish or something with cabbage.
It's fermented cabbage. Yeah. It's delicious.
It's got probiotics in it.
I prefer sauerkraut.
Also delicious.
Also, I failed.
Take a stress.
Oh, I'm so stressed.
But you can hear. And what is the professor gonna do?
I'm gonna whack this guy with my crowbar.
Oh, and I rolled a 9.
But I have no idea how much damage a crowbar does.
1d5, so d6, and if it's a 6, reroll it.
Okay. 3.
So you whack this guy, and that'll bring it back to Kichi.
All right. I'm going to pick up this sweet stick off the floor. I'm going to grab that boarding axe from where that dude dropped it and sink it into this other android's head. But I don't have the hand-to-hand combat skill, so I won't get the my normal bonus, and I do miss. So swing it right past him and smack the wall with it. Whoa, that's a heavy stick.
That will incur 1 stress.
Oh my. I'm a little stressed out about that, boys.
And this thing turns to you and begins. Oh, and he rolls a 0-1
Oh no.
to begin wrapping these cables around you as
What,
well.
he thinks he's going to wrap me? Oh, okay.
He thinks he is.
Okay, bro. What's he? All right. What do I do? Well, I guess he's got to wrap.
Yeah, he's starting to wrap you, and he's rolled quite well to do it. But that leaves us with the Professor and Terry attacked.
Go ahead, Professor.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna hit this asshole with my crowbar again.
Ooh. And I rolled a 17.
Right. That's the way to dig in. Now box it out. Come on, bro.
3 again.
All right, well, that's 6, and then Terry.
Yeah, I will try to grapple again. Damn it, that's a 93. Another stress.
Ooh, another stress. Oh, and point, I don't know how much you've read of the rules, but 0-0 is not 100, it is 0. So that is the best thing you can roll, not the worst.
Okay. Good to know.
Just
Yeah.
for future
All right.
reference.
And
And anytime you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
doubles, it's a critical, right? So if you get doubles
Well-
and you succeed, it's critical success. If you get doubles and you fail, it's
Yeah.
critical fail.
Cool.
But yeah, so this thing is, well, that was the professor. Oh, Professor whacked
and I
him.
failed my grapple
Yep.
roll.
All right, so back up to
Yeah, I'm gonna break this grapple. Yeah. Well, that's what it is, right? I got to make a strength roll to break out of this thing.
body.
Body
save.
save. Okay. I don't suppose we could take my +10 from athletics on this body save. No.
Yeah, why
Well,
not?
Why not? Right.
Let's bend the.
Okay.
Let's bend the rules.
That's right. Well, I didn't actually. I don't want to bend the rules necessarily. I just didn't know if these did apply to saves as well as other types of rolls.
I'm not
Okay.
sure. So
I'm
might
going
as
to
well.
take the GM leeway then, and but still, I only have a 43 here, and I roll a 20, 2-0. Okay, that's right. Boom. That's right, bro. What do you think of me now, huh? Okay.
Well, you do manage to get out, of this binding cable, and he immediately tries to rebind you for 4 points of damage.
Okay, I'll ignore that.
And so yeah, well, that was his turn. Terry.
All right. I'm going to just shoot in close range this time at a disadvantage. Nope. Another stress.
Taking a stress.
I'm accumulating them pretty quickly.
I just want a stressed out robot.
I've gone haywire.
And Penelope, what do you?
R.I.P.
All right.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, I missed. With my crowbar.
Okay, and back to
All
kitchen.
right. Okay, fuck this. I shoot again. The axe is cool, but and I roll a 16. Getting lucky with that at least. 10, 16 for damage, 18, 24 damage.
Oh man, and with the 6 from the crowbar whacking before, that is enough to also take this one down as well.
All right. That was a hard one, boys. We show good shift.
But I should say, this room, I mean, you can see readouts and on the wall, and this is clearly like the control center for the life support systems. You can see like gravity and oxygen and the temperature settings all being controlled from this location. But yeah, that's about it. And you've got basically sort of a hatch back into the mechanical hallway where you came from, and a door out into the hallway.
Well, it's either that door at the end of the hatch hallway, or we go back out into the regular hallway.
Should we take the other hatch?
We might as well, mark that one off. Let's go back into the hatch hallway and go down to the end and see what that door is.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume that if you're going back through the mechanical room, the mechanical hallway, rather, that Terry is going to once again deactivate his hearing for the duration of the journey through that room, the extremely loud room. And yeah, you get to the hatchway at the end of the mechanical hallway, and who's going to open it, and how sneakily are you going to attempt to do so?
I think I should open it because they aren't attacking me.
That's a good idea.
If it's more androids.
Yeah.
And so
us meat sacks will stand out of the way a little bit if there's even room to stand out of the way.
Great idea.
Stand back. And it'll just be me. Oh, and I'm not even going to try to sneakily open it. I'll just open it right up.
And you open it right up. And the two of you are kind of standing up out of sight, I'm assuming?
Yes, if possible.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. And so Terry opens the door, and you see immediately 4 of these speaker-headed androids. 2 of them are hunched over what appears to be a large power generator, like soldering at it with like soldering irons. And then 2 others have these like handheld welding machines that they're using on it. And there's just all this, like, it becomes pretty clear what happened to all the computer bits and electronic bits that they had scavenged, because they're kind of Rube Goldberging them all onto this generator for some reason. But they basically ignore you. I mean, you open this hatchway, and they, one of them kind of like looks up and sees you, but they just continue with what they're doing.
All right. And do they have any? What do they have in their hands? Crowbars? Or?
No, 2 of them have soldering irons, and 2 of them have handheld, like hand welders.
Okay. And it does. So it looks like they're adding parts onto the generator, or modifying it in some way.
Yeah, they're making mods to all the electronics in this room, including the generator. Yeah.
Okay. I will close the door, and I'll tell the others what I have seen.
Okay. What do you think they're modding it to do?
Well, you have a scientist with you, and as soon as you explain what you were seeing, what you saw to the scientist, it becomes clear that they're using all this scavenged bits and pieces to boost the signal, and make it as powerful as possible. Why? Who knows? But that is why they're scavenging all this stuff.
Well, that might be good for us, since we want to play. We want to get this tape out to a very wide audience, I would think. Very far into space.
Of course, just remember we got no idea what's on it, and I'm pretty sure it's not BTO.
It's none of our business what's on it. We were paid for a job. Oh, well, we will be paid for a job. Hopefully.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes it makes me feel a little bit guilty to be such a mercenary. What if there's something bad on that tape, like inappropriate jokes? Or, Satan.
It's none of our concern. Any deviation from our mission will result in malfunction.
Wow. Well, don't malfunction, bro. We're not going to deviate from mission. I know, we got to do the game plan. Okay. But I don't know if there's anything that we need to do in that room there. Let's go back out to the main hallway and find this broadcast booth and play this tape.
Okay.
So, are you going to go back through, the life support area? I assume since that's where you just killed the androids.
Sure,
so,
yeah, as long as we can get back out into that same first hallway we saw before we went into the hatch.
And you can indeed. So you head back down the mechanical hallway through the hatch to the life support room where there are 2 deceased androids, and then back out into the hallway where you can see the elevator down, that you had come up at the end of the hallway, and that little hatchway into the mechanical hallway. And then this hallway, you've got a couple doors on the left and a couple doors on the right, and we'll have to explore those doors in the next episode.
All right. In the celly.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, if you like this podcast, consider leaving us a good rating and/or review, and subscribe to us wherever you can. We've got a YouTube channel and a Discord server, as well as merchandise available at TeePublic. Find our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. You can find all those links and more at Linktree/GooniesWorld. Thanks for listening.